Oh, that's better. I can already feel a bit of a cool breeze coming in here now. Make it a little bit more tolerable. Right then, Westbound Oil Cans. So, we did, or I showed a while back, the Donner Pass Redux. And I don't think we really got the feel of the route. So, Eric Mopar, who did the route, has released a number of scenarios on Workshop. And Eric, for the route, which showcase a bit the area, and I think he said this was a good one to run. So, Donner Pass Redux. Okay, hello, good morning, 8137. You'll be headed to the summit this morning, but it'll take a while to do some maintenance of way work. You may get stuck at Truckee for a while this morning. Hit tab to get your green light. Right. Throttle test. That's bad. See you there, Amarillo. So yes, this should give us a better idea of what's going on with some of the changes that have happened on the Donner Pass Redux, which is quite an impressive route from what I understand of it. Any streams this weekend? Possibly OMR, but won't be gaming ones because I'm going to be at my mum and dad's. So if there is a stream, it'll be Model Railway. Dash 9 with a low nose, eh? Just a Dash 9. C44-9W. Did I remember to press tab? I was messing about. This is White Meat's favourite scenario, absolutely. He loves a good bit of American freight. Especially on a fast route like Donner Pass. What have we got? 3 in the front, 2 in the middle. Couple of Dash 9s. SD40. Is that a tunnel motor? I can't remember, it doesn't look like it. What have we got in the middle down here? Oh, these are tunnel motors, definitely, because they've got the gap at the bottom. I don't know what that other one is. That looks like an SD40 T-2. Sorry, an SD40-2. Right, I guess we're leaving Sparks. We're off to Truckee, 36 miles away. Matt already speeding, yeah. The low radiator. Use the technical terms like sparky bits. Yeah, absolutely. Improved air intake, absolutely. Yeah, the normal SC40s were overheating in the tunnels. Is it near the end, White Mead? Yeah, near enough. We're just looking for somewhere to put these wagons. Freight cars. Not going to do anything with wagons. We haven't got any wagons. Run It Gaming, is it the encoding? Is what the encoding, Run It Gaming? Does Class Train Sim have Class 507s or any add-ons? I've got lots of add-ons. I don't think there are any 507s. Certainly not on Steam. Is it the encoding to remove high encoding? I still don't understand the question, Run It Gaming. I don't know if it's because I'm tired. I keep getting comments from people saying make sure you on YouTube make sure you watch the whole train go by. So I'm letting the train go by. How do you remove high encoding from OBS? I don't know. I don't know what high. I understand your question now, but I don't know what you mean by high encoding from OBS. I mean, you can change. What do you mean by What do you mean by high encoding? There is an option for high, which is one of the settings, but you could just drop down that box and change to anything. These are barrier wagons, these hoppers. You notice they're either side of the locomotives. They're just barrier wagons, so they're empty wagons used as a filler to separate between the locomotive and the tank cars. It's standard practice to use barrier wagons, even in the UK, the US. Isolate the explosive stuff from the heavy vehicles. I think actually they barrier wagon either side, even if there's just more other wagon types. They just they block them apart. I remember at some point there were fireworks around here. We started messing about with it. It was Ayrton's favourite stream ever. You thought barrier wagons were used to keep me away from the cab. That's just everyone on the station. And barrier wagons are used to change couplings, yeah. So when they're transferring London Underground stock, it use barrier wagons as well. Yes, they have done this now, haven't they, Bulk? It's now underground. I'm surprised no one has done that on Workshop actually, and taken and made that one change. It's one of the most sought after, requested changes I've seen for this route. Time for a Diet Coke. To make cars appear on the roads, I think there's either a certain road type or an asset you add to a road which will then have traffic on it. Have I had a cab ride, Shaky? Yeah, I've had several cab rides. I went up to the North Norfolk Railway and had a cab ride in a rat up and down the line. I've been on the Great Eastern Main Line in 315, Shenfield to Liverpool Street and back. What else? That might be it actually. I haven't been in the cab that many times. I get an occasional opportunity and I jump at it where I practically can. Are we out of the 14L zone yet? But do I need to do a tutorial on roads? Would that be useful? Thinking about sort of sections of technology, because I can show you how the technology works. I'm just not very good at the art side of it. So I wonder actually, would that be useful? A sort of a tutorial on setting roads up, making them do various things. This stream is officially advertiser friendly. You thought I was going to show you how to drive a Prius? You don't need to be shown how to drive a Prius. It kind of drives itself. That's why I explained to the police officer the other day anyway. Steven Jam, yep, Southern Pacific -9. It comes in Donna Pass. Get 45 mile an hour in a minute. That's when the real action begins. When will the TPO video go onto YouTube? I'm going to see if I can get those done. Given that I'm not doing anything after this, I'm going to see if I can get the 2 TPO videos up straight after this. It'll be interesting to see how they go down, because they'll be my first. Because I'm recording at 1080p now, even though I'm streaming at 720. So it'll be interesting to see what people think of those. If I bought a DeLorean, would I take it up to 88 just in case? Possibly. Not officially, of course. Wouldn't dream of it. Oh, 45 limit. Most of yours is cab riding for your job on the Midland Main Line. Oh, very nice. Dave, yeah, I have scheduled videos. I've got 12 videos scheduled, including the 3 that went out today. So it's 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock every day up until Sunday is all scheduled. That was what I was doing last night, so I didn't get anything else done. It took me ages to get 13 videos sorted out. And then on Sunday I shall schedule videos to get me back to Wednesday again, and then Wednesday after DTM I'll get back to I'll stream it. I can get it up to Sunday again. So you know, I'm starting to get back into a flow and make the effort to get them scheduled. But now, of course, because I'm recording the videos, I haven't got the quick method of pushing them over from Twitch. I've got to get them all clipped, rendered, and then uploaded to YouTube. Although I've got my my Virgin optical gamer broadband now, so I've got 20 megabit upload. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects things. Looks like we're starting to grade. Yeah, that's why I've rammed it to run 8 train lower. We'll see whether or not we keep it going. It occurred to me I ought to really be hammering it as hard as 100. We've got another flat bit coming up here, so... You schedule right till the end of the month. It would take me days to get all of that done. I don't know if I've got enough to get back to the end of the month. Not a 3 a day. Getting a small respite, which means we're getting a bit more speed up. Class 170, Dan Ralphs. It's not a bad idea. I've not done the 170 in a while. I'm more likely to do a game as well tomorrow, Ben. We'll see how things go. I'm not sure what it'll be yet, whether we'll stick with American Trucks and whether we'll do something else. But given it's Friday, I can lay in, so it doesn't really matter how tired it gets. Whereas today, obviously I've got to get up tomorrow morning, so I don't want to push it too hard. We're slowing down. but we're still going. So. What it should do is slow down to a point and balance out. Yeah, Saint's awesome, isn't it, GWR? Really, really nice. And the TPO set is epic. What's the difference between the 170 and the 171? So the 171 is only run by Southern and it has a Delna coupling. That's the only difference. It's a separate install done a pass. Yeah, it's a workshop route, so it's done as a separate install. Right, we're getting a breather again to get some speed up, train. Is there a caboose view? It certainly is. They're impressive trains, aren't they, Train Track Trav? They really are. They're on a completely different scale to British trains. Even though they're on the same tracks, they really are on a completely different scale. Oh, we're almost up to the speed limit. I'm going to have to back off the power. Oh, it's that car train over there with empties. What was I doing in your caboose? Yeah, high and wide detector, Train Hunter. A loading gauge. Alright, looks like we've got the next grade coming up. You want to see how long the train is? I'll just let it go. It's pretty long, Gaming Raccoon. And I'd love to do the movie star camera action, but Xbox controller not plugged in. There was the middle power. There it goes. That's the end of it. With the middle power, it looks like two trains coupled together. Yeah, really. See, that's where you want to stand and do some rail fanning, isn't it? Right there, trains going either side of you. Train track trav, first route it was made by RSC, yes, originally. And then Eric Mopar has made a bunch of changes to it and alterations. I think the terrain texturing, I think, is one of the things he changed. Shazan, sometimes in the States they actually have remote control of the trains in the rear. Sometimes they've got engineers, sometimes they've got remote. It depends how old they are. So if it's like a GP38, then it's probably got an engineer in it. But if it's an ES44 Gevo, whatever, then it's probably remote controlled, and it's done via radio. I've passed you over train track trav. Oh, I'm not going to stream Pokemon Go. I barely play it anymore. the fad has cooled away. 22 miles to Truckee. It was actually a slightly different change to Southern Pacific, Stephen Jam. When the DNRGW bought out Southern Pacific Railroad, Southern Pacific Transportation, they renamed the new joint company Southern Pacific Railroad, which is the one everyone knows. But there was a subtle difference because it was, I think it was Southern Pacific Transportation previously. And then that company was sold off to Union. Well, they merged with Union Pacific. Look at that view. Of course, that was all after Santa Fe and Southern Pacific tried to merge. And my favourite story about a paint scheme ever, they shouldn't paint so fast, the SPSF. I know SPSF failed. That's why it's one of my favourite stories, because they painted half the trains SP in Kodachrome and half the trains SF in Kodachrome, and it got known as the shouldn't paint so fast livery because they failed the merger and had to repaint all the trains back again. Talk about jumping the gun. Oops. You're looking on YouTube, Woggy. Make sure you're looking at MPTV. Pete Will, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I do like the Donner Pass route. It's one of my favourite of the freight routes. Moggy, you have nightmares about MPTV. Does that mean that you're dreaming about me? Just realised I've got no image. Well, I know I've got no image. That's a slightly bigger problem to solve, but we'll go with that in the meantime. What colour do I like an A4? BR green or BR blue? I like those equally, actually. I think Garter blue, the LNER Garter blue is one of my favourite ones. The silver is my favourite of the A4s. But probably green if I had to pick one of them. David, Moggia's during nightmares he's stuck in the cab with Matt pedals and hurtling towards a spad. Yeah, and he knows that the boiler's almost out of water even though it's a diesel. Somehow it's still got a boiler. And the firebox door in our diesel is jammed open and he can't close it and there's a tunnel coming. And he can't jump off the side. And then I'm just standing there up the side laughing maniacally. That's a nightmare all the way. Say that again, Moggy. What's a platties made? I'm guessing you mean in teas made, but I still don't understand it. Past 40 had a water boiler. It certainly did, didn't it? Nice. What will be interesting is to run this scenario again on the original Donner Pass and then cut them side by side on the video and then speed up and slow down one of the videos accordingly so that they're always in sync with each other. Towering above us. Good afternoon, Railroad. Crossing over there. This is quite a nice little section. The exhaust port on the Jitto is enormous, isn't it? It's the back end of a jet engine, though, isn't it? Will we ever see a return of Drunken Bob? If they add extra levels to it, then absolutely, yeah, I really enjoy, because I really enjoyed playing that one. Have I uploaded screen? No, I haven't. I've been really bad at uploading screenshots to Flickr or Facebook. I need to pull my proverbial finger out and get on with it. I've got loads of screenshots sitting on my hard drive, practically filling up my hard drive. Railroad, yeah, this is the last scenario for tonight. This one's by ericmopar, the author of the Donner Pass Redux route, and it's just running on one of the slopes that's had seen more work, apparently. I don't know the original route well enough to be able to compare the two. But I'm enjoying it. I always enjoy a run on Donner Pass. When is the FSX stream? I don't know. I'm going to do an FSX stream at some point, because the Angel flight one is, or Flight Angels is 17th of September. So that's next weekend on the Saturday. Bird burners. The GTOs were nicknamed bird burners because of their exhaust. I can well believe it. Taking the easy slope, we're actually getting some speed back now. Haven't shown the new plane on Eastern Flight Score yet. No, I haven't actually. Did you get that working, Anne? Because you were having a problem with it, weren't you? I've not even had a play with the DA42, is it yet? I did start having a look at the Embraer ERJ145, and I really enjoyed that actually. Just a short, it was a relatively short flight, 45 minutes of messing about on the ground beforehand, but I got in the air and flew it and landed it at the other end. And I really enjoyed it, which I wasn't expecting for a jet actually. I got more out of it than I was expecting. Right, 15 miles. We'll get the next leg of the slope in a moment. We've got another single stack loaded train coming the other way. Well, there's a Redux version. I don't know quite what the word Redux means, but it's a different treatment on the route. So they've taken Eric has taken the route, and I think different ground textures have been applied, revised some of the scenery and that sort of thing. It's a sort of a different treatment on the route. If you go and have a look at the route description for this route, Eric has listed out all of the changes that he's made. Miles to Truckee. You noticed flashing, arcing effects on the pantograph in the outside field of the Obula line. No, that's in pretty much every pack that does overhead lines for quite some time now. UK and German and even American. I think the ACS 64 does it, for example. Genoa line's starting to get some more attention, is it? Oh, good. SDH, where can you get the rail driver from at a reasonable price? I guess it depends on your definition of reasonable price. They're about £200 or $200 on Amazon. I don't know whether or not you can get them cheaper elsewhere. I have heard of people just looking for them on eBay, and I know someone managed to pick one up for 40 quid. So it might just be a question of hunting around on eBay, asking around on some of the train forums like Railworks America or UK Train Sim, and see whether or not anyone there has got one that they're willing to part with. Is it possible to use Lua scripting to pull up a message telling a person that they need to slow down a bit because they are speeding? Yes, it is. I covered it actually on my advanced scripting, or the Lua scripting one that I did cover using scripting to get hold of the speed limit and so forth. Redux is a post-positive adjective meaning brought back, restored, used in literature, film and video title. There you go, look. So Donna Pass Redux, brought back Donna Pass. How much is the upgrade for 2016 to 2017? It depends. If you want the routes, then it depends on what routes you've already got. So if you've already got, some of the routes, then you'll pay less. You basically don't pay for the routes that you've already got. Flying Scotsman 4072. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do tomorrow after the stream. The current plan is ATS, but given we haven't done farming or cities, we could do ATS, or I could do something completely different. Whitemead, I'm not going to be doing cities tonight. Farming Den ATS. How long do you expect me to stream for, Stephen? When I train sim is what most people are here for, so I'm not going to do less train sim. 11 miles. Looks like I've got an ETA of about 23 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, about 23 minutes. See you later, Jakey. Well, one option I was thinking was maybe flight sim tomorrow. Not multiplayer, do a single player, but I could do some flight sim tomorrow, maybe, just to mix things up a little bit. No, I haven't done Skylines this week. The only game I've done this week, other than Train Sim, is and Minecraft, is Euro Truck Sim on Monday. Railroad. Live in Northern California. I've ridden a train through the Sierra Nevada range numerous times, and it's beautiful any time of the year, especially in early spring when there's still a good amount of snow on the ground. Nice. What I've been up to, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a new train sim coming out. Mining and Tunnelling Simulator. I remember looking at them when they came out, but I never actually got it and looked at it. Oh, we're just under that 35 limit that I wasn't paying any attention to whatsoever. Excellent. Let's just pretend we meant to do that. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that out loud. Yeah, spin tyres is another option. But no, flight sim is what I was thinking of potentially, but we'll see. Alright, we're about to make the next upgrade. Right, we're going up again. Oh no! Let's just pause that, go back and do over. After all these switches. GWR, we've run Portland a number of times. I haven't run Forum Peninsula. I don't think there's pretty much anything else I'm missing now. But some things I have only run once. Well, we're on the level, we should get back some of that speed back again. Yep, it's coming up now. What are we at? 7.3 miles and around 15 minutes to go. About the GWR Saint on Nesta and Loft. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Cheers, Steam Master. Or was it White Mead that's going? Oh, it's White Mead that's going. See you later. Oops, overspeed. Does the Saint include Lady of Legend? It comes with something 72 variations, I think it says in the manual, so it may well do GWR. Yeah, Saint's lovely. Yeah, Pete's done his usual sterling job on it. What locos come in Pioneers Edition? Well, it's the normal one plus Semmering Barn, which is the OBB 1116. Then in South Wales Coastal, you've got the HST, the 175 and the 70, is it? Marseille is the TGV. What else is there? North Jersey Coastlines, the ALP 45 DP. Brain's not working. Oh, Hamburg Lübeck, which is the BR218. I think I've got everything there now. Right, we're on the up, so we're on the up and up. See you later, Train Track Trav. Ooh, 4 miles to go. I tell you what, since we're not doing another game, shall I just do another Saint scenario after this? Let's do it. It's only 20 minutes. Let's do another Saint scenario after this. .7 miles. Such a nice route. I do like Donna Pass. I think I've probably said that quite a lot on this journey. Right, what we got now? 7 minutes. B Harrison, do I have 32-bit Windows or 64-bit? Pretty much everyone's got 64-bit Windows these days. There aren't that many people who have got 32-bit Windows these days. There are a few, but most people have got 64. I've got 64. I've had 64-bit operating system now for quite a long time. The last OS to use 32-bit XP. Yeah, because Vista came after XP, didn't know. Vista had 32-bit. There was a lot of 32-bit Vista installs, but that was really the last of the 32-bit. Because Windows 7, I think you could still get 32-bit installs. Windows 8 was mandatory 64-bit. I don't think there were many people who had Windows 7 in 32-bit. Vista, like I said, had quite a few, but Windows 7 had very few, and Windows 8 they killed it off entirely. You can't get Windows 7 and Windows 8 in 32-bit. There was a 64-bit XP as well, but it wasn't very well known because it didn't work. It had all sorts of problems, Dave. I mean, pretty much, even like Windows 2000, you could get a 64-bit. There was Windows NT, there was a 64-bit, but they were really more directed at being server class. Whereas, with the advent of Vista and Windows 7, 64-bit became more accessible, and that's because of the development of a system called WoW 64, Windows on Windows 64. It means that effectively when you run a 32-bit application and on Windows 8 or Windows 10, it's actually emulating a 32-bit operating system of a sort. It's remapping the calls back so that it works on the 64-bit platform. And it was the development of WoW 64 that made it to where they could deploy 64-bit Windows more widely to the mass market. Prior to that, if you had NT 64-bit, most applications just didn't work. XP64 didn't. You know, you needed to have specific 64-bit apps, and they didn't really exist all that much. But I think Vista was the first to deploy WoW 64. I might be wrong, but I think Vista was the first to deploy it. Bring back DOS. Oh yes. Who created the new GWR? That was Victory Works. Karma99, he was on the stream earlier on. Trucky Yard 04 coming up to it right now. Favourite holiday season? I don't know, I kind of like, you know, anything that's a holiday season is good for me, I think. They're all good. Christmas is, I do like Christmas. But I like it more since since the kids came along. Because I sort of enjoy it through their eyes. slowing down as the tail of the train comes up their grade, but bring it up to that signal gantry over there. Shaky, your BBC B probably used 5 1/4 inch. I used to have an old Pericom terminal with ran CPM, and that had dual 8-inch disk drives. Oh, awesome. Just ignore that train driving through that car. B Harrison, yeah, my dad's laptop's the same. That one had it's only got, I think, it's actually got 3.5 gig of memory or something weird, and it only had Vista 32-bit on it. Baked Bean Kid, you were in your local pub the night they first had Pong installed and had to call the mechanic out the next day to empty it because it was full. Yeah, I can believe it. Okay, you'll be stopped here for a while, so you can grab some breakfast from a local cafe if you want. Dispatch out. There you go, so that was Westbound Oil Cans by Eric Mopar on the Donner Pass Redux route, which is also by Eric Mopar. So, great stuff, great stuff. I look forward to do some more on that route as well. Okay, folks, right, we were going to do another Saint scenario just to finish off the evening. Let me go and dig out the Saint.